Good morning, writers. My name is Elora Gunn, and today we're going to be talking about 5 final questions to ask your beta readers. If you are a new or aspiring writer, click that subscribe button below, and also follow me on my socials, and the links are in the description. And make sure to stick around to the very end of the video today for a very important announcement. Let's get started. Once you've sent the last couple of chapters to your beta readers of your book, there are some final questions you're going to want to ask them before you let them go. Number 1, was the ending satisfying? This might seem like an obvious question that you want to ask, but you really do need to know this. Where the first part of your book really needs to draw them in, the last part of your book needs to deliver on all of the promises that you made them at the beginning. Because if they get to the end of the book and say that it feels unfinished, or that it didn't deliver on everything that was being built up to through the whole book, you're gonna need to do some rewrites to make sure that doesn't happen. The only time you should leave questions unanswered is if you are setting things up for a sequel. And even then, the questions that you leave unanswered should not be from the main plot of the story. But more on that in another video. The second question you're going to want to ask is, what messages or themes did you take away from this book? Asking this question is going to help you figure out if you actually succeeded in delivering the main themes of your story. This is especially true if you have written the story with a particular theme or message in mind. If you've spent the entire book trying to get across the theme of forgiveness, but all the readers can talk about when they finish it is how happy they are that the main character got that revenge, you might have missed some steps. And question number 3 is, are there any questions that you felt were left unanswered? Like I said in question 1, you don't generally want to have any questions left unanswered by the end of the book. Leaving them wanting more is only okay if you plan to resolve those questions in the next book. Making sure to ask this question is also really handy for you to know what questions specifically went unanswered so that you can go back through and make sure you wrap those up. Number 4, did you feel a sense of closure? Are you sensing a theme here? When I use beta readers, I want to make sure that I have really tied the bow on the top of that story. I want to know if they felt the story was completed, if I had finished it. They might have had all of their questions answered and loved the ending, but if they're still feeling like there was something missing, I want to dig into that to discover what it is that they feel was left out. That doesn't always mean that I'm going to go back and put every little thing that they suggest in. It's your job as the author to pick and choose what needs to be there and what was purposefully left out. Asking this question is going to help you to know if you dropped that curtain too soon. Maybe all you needed to do to really nail that ending was to extend it just a little bit more and give them a little bit longer to bask in how you wrap everything up. And the final question I ask all of my beta readers is, how likely are you to read this book again in the future? Books that readers want to return to over and over again are books that they are going to recommend to their friends and family. So I highly recommend asking your beta readers if your book is one that they would like to return to someday. Some types of stories in certain genres aren't ones that have the same magic the second time you read it. And that's okay. That's just how certain ones are set up. Some stories have twists that just don't have quite the same punch the second time around. But if it's possible to write your book in such a way that it comes back to haunt them in a good way, well, then you've really done your work as a writer. When you can write a story like that, you know that you've done something amazing. Now remember, these final chapters that you work on with your beta readers are your last chance to really grill them for all of the information that you can get. So take these questions and the ones from the other beta reader videos that I've done and adapt them to what you need most. Take in all the feedback that you can and use all of that to improve your book. And congratulations on meeting this milestone in your writing journey. And to wrap things up today, I do have a little bit of bad news. I regret to inform you that I'm going to be taking a couple months break from new videos. School is almost done for the year, it's summertime, and within a very short amount of time, the kids are going to be home, it's going to be busy, it's going to be noisy, and I'm going to lose all of the quiet filming time that I've been enjoying so much this year. On my side of things, it's kind of nice because I'm going to have a little bit easier time focusing on this draft of my book that I've been working on. I'll have time to really put more effort into it. But unfortunately, it comes at the cost of letting the YouTube fall to the wayside for a bit. But the good part about that is I'm going to take the summer to really work on those drafts of this book, and hopefully come fall, when I can pick this back up again, I'll be ready to start looking for some beta readers. I'm not going to completely vanish. I'm still going to be here to answer comments and questions and interact with everybody on YouTube. And I'll be taking that time also to research for the videos I want to do for next year. And once my schedule opens back up again, I'll get back to filming the videos. I hope all of you have a fantastic summer. Now go get writing, and I'll see you very soon for more writing tips.